Well, we've now been joined in the studio by Akhere Johnson. He is the founder of Nigeria Youth Focus Group. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on the program. First of all, let me start with your general overview of today's elections, especially when you compare it to the February 25th presidential and National Assembly elections, especially with regards to the participation of young Nigerians.
Thank you so much, Amaka, for having me. Thank you, Kristen.
You're welcome.
I would really go straight to the point. I would say this without fear of favor, that the INEC has compromised. I mean, seeing from the Nigerian youth coming in floods and in their numbers to vote for the people that they believe can lead them. But that was not the case.
Where is the compromise here now?
Can
you expatiate on that?
I mean, I can definitely do that. You can see overview all over the news. They've compromised. I mean, people going out to exercise their civil rights but are not given the privilege to do so. And I mean, a lot of Nigerian youth being bullied, over the fact that they want to vote for who they believe can lead them right. You see, and this is a very, very serious issue that we should take.
I'm sure you fall within the age bracket of 18 to 35. Am I right?
Oh, you're not wrong.
Well situated, right? But it's your types that are destructive of this democracy. It's your age group that are unleashing violence on the people who have come to exercise their civic responsibilities. Well, how ironic.
Well, I would say this. It is not all Nigerian youths that are destructive. As a matter of fact, they are reasonable.
You don't find my age mates going to stop people from voting, going to snatch ballot boxes?
I mean...
Why are the youths such a willing tool in the hands of people that want to destroy the country? Why are they, easily manipulated?
Okay, so this boils down to the foundation of all of this. How did it start? When you compromise the educational system so that the consciousness of the people can be stolen. A well-meaningful, educated man of my age, class, would not do that. Who are the people that do that? People that are not educated. They can be easily used and manipulated to disrupt things like this. So it's not just about all Nigerian youth. Of course, they are very, very resilient, very smart, educated Nigerian youth that are willing, that are passionate about the situation of the country, and they believe that their vote would make that change.
While we're seeing a high level of awareness with regards to the election process in this cycle, the truth is, like Christian has highlighted, the destruction that we've seen, especially in some states like Lagos and River State, these are not carried out by the older generation. It's been carried out by the youths. Yes, we've seen more youths now come out to say, we want to vote. And in the same vein, we see youth still being used as thugs. So the question is, where is the gap? What is missing that gets us to this point where we're having this conversation today?
Information is missing. Information, the right information is missing. And I really...
Even with the information highway that we are on, it can be missing.
Information is missing here. I'm telling you, and that's why things are the way it is. I mean, like I said, I really want to applaud everyone that actually came out for the NSAS. I mean, I think that really gave up the consciousness of the people to be able to wake up, to stand up for their rights. You know what I mean? So it is very important that, and I'm excited that people are beginning to rise up. A lot of youth are beginning to engage in politics. Before, they used to say politics was a dirty game. But no, politics is not dirty. The reason why politics is dirty is because the dirty ones have been able, the good ones go to school and just get themselves in a safe place. Why the dirty one go about, politics? But now the narrative is changing. That's why you see a lot of youth coming out to engage in politics, to want to know what is going on. Who are the people governing us? Who are the people leading us? We want to see them. We want to see their capacity. So when you don't have capacity, who do you send? You feed the other talks crumbs so that they can disrupt all of this.
Right. Okay. So while we still talk about the youth, yes, you've actually given a huge knock to INEC. You said INEC have actually failed the young people.
Oh,
in
yes, they
Nigeria.
have.
Well, let's talk about the young people themselves right now. 48 million out of the 93.5 million registered voters are actually young people. And while we're waiting for INEC to upload all the results and announce who've won in this election cycle, let's circle back to the presidential and National Assembly elections. We had young people vying for certain positions. Did you see the results? Not a lot of them scaled through, and the young people who picked up their PVCs did not vote for fellow young people. So I ask you again, where is the gap?
You see, we cannot even, I personally cannot even call that an election. Would you call that an election? It's not, definitely not an election. How many?
So what would you call it if you don't call it an election?
That was
what
a selection. That was a selection.
A selection by who exactly?
By, I don't, by the INEC.
Did you go out to vote?
Oh, yes, I did.
I did go out to vote, so
Yes.
I would take an offense if you say that was a selection, because we voted, and of course, yes, you can actually argue as to what point the votes did count, especially with regards to INEC and its own flops, which it has admitted to, but it was an election. So the question to you is, the young people who showed up and got those tickets for political parties, we had presidential candidates as young as 45, some of them not even getting up to 1,000 votes. But now we do have a president-elect who is 70. So the gap, while we keep blaming INEC and every other person, the young people, Nigerians, where is the gap with the young people with regards to deciding the future of Nigeria?
You're not galvanizing Nigerians enough. That's what she's trying to say. You know, you've talked about the shortcomings, you know.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, while we're picking offenses with others and looking at their shortcomings, we, the young people, we should look inwards as well. That is why I'm asking you this questions.
Well,
How do you seize the milieu, the space? You're not. You're docile. The docility is palpable everywhere. That's part of what she's asking you, and she's saying.
The Nigerian youth have never come out in their numbers like they did. Why are they coming out now? It's because they want to change. Everyone is tired of the old. People are anticipating the new, and that is why a lot of Nigerian youth are coming out. And it is about that time that we begin to make election free and truly fair, and not election being a threat. Why did a lot of people not come out for the governorship election? It's because threat has been put across all over our nation, and nobody's even, talking about it. Nobody's arrested. But we need to go back to the foundation of all of this so that we can get things right.
Right. Okay.
All right. Thanks so very much, Akhere Johnson.
Great Akhere Johnson.
For coming to speak with us. And we just hope that the Nigerian youth will be able to seize the bull by the horns, as they've done in the creative industry, putting Nigeria's name on the world map of entertainment, whether in sports, whether in music, whether in fashion.
Instead of just complaining and blaming others.
We are proud of the Nigerian youth, and we want the Nigerian youth to take over the electoral process in this country.
Well, thank you again
for
joining us.
Thank you so much.